So, as of recording this video, Artfight is in a week, which is exciting. I mean, exciting for some people. Of course, some people are terrified because they don't have their references finished. But for most people, it's pretty exciting. Although, in my opinion, some people are getting a little bit too excited, absolutely chomping at the bit to start arting and start fighting, as it were. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of people just fully drawing attacks early, which is completely against the rules of Artfight. It is against the rules because Artfight is a competition, and in I would say literally every competition ever, there's sort of a time frame that you are competing in. So if some people are starting early, that makes it unfair. Of course, some people argue that the spirit of Artfight isn't actually about the fight, it's about the art, which I would agree with, but I still think it's important to keep the basic framework of the event in place. And also, if you could be drawing attacks before Artfight started, who's to say how far before, you know? Like, are you drawing attacks all year? I think that only being able to draw and receive attacks during 1 month makes Artfight a lot more special. Like, obviously, if it was year-round, it'd be kind of boring. It definitely wouldn't be the same. To help those people that really are having trouble waiting to start Artfight, I've compiled a list of 10 things to do while you're waiting for Artfight to start that aren't just fully cheating. Number 1 is obvious. It's just finishing your references. You might think that you wouldn't have to say that, but based on a lot of things that I've seen, a lot of people are scrambling to finish their references. If you're scrambling to finish your references, you will not have time to be drawing for other people's characters. Also, based on some of the characters that I've been seeing lately, we could be finishing our references a little more. Like, obviously, no hate. We all have our personal, time frames that we can be doing things in, and our motivation levels. But at the same time, if I see one more reference that's just a full illustration of a character with, crazy lighting or whatever, and just no, color swatches, I may lose my mind. Important things for reference that I'm seeing being left out sometimes is a full body picture, flat colors, no shading, If you want people to draw them in more than one outfit, you have to also provide more than one outfit on the reference sheet, or at least some kind of time period or aesthetic. I think there are a lot of people who should be updating their references, in my opinion. If you do have all your references finished, you can still update your characters in other ways. You could fill out some of those get to know you character templates. I'll throw some up on the screen, something like this. Those are always kind of fun to do. You could also be updating your character permissions. There are so many things that you could be doing. Number 2 kind of goes along with this, is to make your profile look really cool. Of course, there's the HTML update, and even if you're not very savvy at coding, you could, if you're feeling a little bit bored, use someone else's template to just make your profile look really cute. And number 3, the third thing that you could do is design your own borders, either to go along with your team or to go along with a profile aesthetic that you kind of have going for you. Number 4, another thing that you could be doing while waiting for Artfight to start is to thumbnail your attacks. You cannot start fully sketching out your attacks before Artfight starts, but you can start planning. To be very specific with what a thumbnail actually is, because I've seen a lot of people sort of misunderstand what thumbnailing is and just fully start drawing an entire attack, full sketch and everything, it's a very simple sketch just to sort of get the ideas out. A good way to make sure that you're not doing too much so that it's against the rules is to not draw anything bigger than 2 inches by 2 inches. You should not be getting more detailed than that. Now, for me personally, it can be difficult to stop once I start sketching. Like, I just get kind of really into the groove, which is why I don't thumbnail. But if you have more self-control than me, then go ahead. Start thumbnailing for attacks, right? You could also be writing down ideas that are too complex to doodle out, or if, like, you're an animator, you could storyboard an attack. If you're a cosplayer, you could maybe write down ideas of clothing that you already have that could go with certain characters. And then a third way that you could start planning attacks is to go onto Pinterest and find some poses that you like. I've been doing that and it's been a lot of fun for me. Look at cool poses and be like, oh, that would go really well with this character that I saw, right? And it's a very low effort way of planning attacks, and it's completely goes with the rules. You'll be fine. Number 5 is to fill out a bunch of hit lists or to make your own hit list. If you don't know what hit lists are, they're like Google Forms or Microsoft Forms or whatever that people will post for other art fighters to fill out. And they make these in order to like have an easier way of knowing who to attack, right? Of course, filling out a hit list isn't a guarantee that that person will attack you, but it makes it a lot more likely. It's sort of a win-win. It makes it a lot easier to find people to attack early on, and it's sort of fun to just see people fill out your form. And for the people who fill out the form, it's a win as well because it makes it more likely that you'll be attacked. And the second most fun part about Artfight, other than making art for other people that they really appreciate, is to get art from people that you really appreciate. Going along with this, number 6 is the Artfight Discord. You can go on to that. I personally don't really mess with Discord. It's not really my thing, but I've heard very good things about the Artfight Discord. I think there's even a part of the Discord where everyone posts their hit list, and from there you could fill out a bunch of them and find a bunch of people to attack if you wanted to. Number 7, maybe, is to organize your bookmarks. Please don't sit there on July 1st trying to find someone to be your very first attack, and you're scrolling through hundreds of bookmarks that aren't organized in any way at all. I've done that before. I would not recommend. When you save a character, it will just go into general bookmarks. From there you can organize them. Personally, how I organize them is 3 categories. I organize it into designs that I think are super cool and that I just really want to draw, and then characters that belong to people that I really want to attack, like mutuals on other platforms or friends that I know in real life. And then the third one isn't really applicable before Artfight, but I have a category of bookmarks that are characters that I want to attack for revenges, because I take very high pride in trying to revenge every single person that attacks me. So those are my 3 categories, but there are also a lot of other categories. I know that there are people who organize them by like species or simplicity. If they are having a lazy day, they'll go into their like really simple bookmarks. Organizing bookmarks will save you in the long run, and also it can be a lot of fun revisiting all of the characters that you've saved and kind of reminding yourself that they're there, right? Maybe this is number 7 and the other one was number 6. I truly don't know. I've lost track. I'm just counting with my heart at this point. Number 7 that I've been doing a lot is going to the recent character tab, which is overflowing at this point because there's not very much time left to be submitting characters, so everyone's kind of frantically uploading the refs that they just finished making. I like to go through this tab and look for designs that I really want to attack or art styles that I really like, and I'll bookmark characters from there, and I'll follow characters from there. Side note, following people I think is a really underutilized tool in Artfight. A lot of people complain that they don't get any attacks, but that's almost never because you have unappealing characters or because no one wants to attack you. It's because nobody knows who you are because you haven't made yourself visible. So ways to make yourself visible are, of course, like going on the Discord, but also commenting, following people, attacking people, obviously, things like that. So what I've been doing is going to that recent character tab and just sort of exploring it. And once you get to the bottom, you just refresh it, and so many people are uploading things right now that it'll come up with a whole new set of characters. Number 8 is to like stalk people and comment really nice things on their profile. That might sound silly, but like
especially with beginner artists or people who haven't done art fight before and are like kind of nervous. I think it's really kind and also fun to compliment their designs or tell them to watch their backs because you're gonna attack them, things like that, just because I think it's good to make other people feel more welcome on the site. And also, if you comment, it's probably gonna make them more likely to attack you if that's something that you care about. Number 10, I think this is the last one, is that Artfight has these official card things that you can fill out. Most of you probably know about these. They're really fun to do. They can either be like very quick or easy, but I mean, some people do really crazy creative things. I've seen people animate them, people have them like have their characters interacting through the borders, you know, kind of breaking the fourth wall of the card. If you're having that itch to draw, then instead of cheating and starting with drawing other people's characters, draw your own, and it can be a good way to sort of get warmed up, get into the art fight spirit, things like that. All right, that was all of my tips and tricks for staving off the little demons in your head that are like, oh, but no one would know. No one would know if I started my attacks right now. We should all be following art fight rules. We should all be being nice to each other. We should not be cheating. But honestly, if you do, what's important is that you're having fun. And I hope that these 10 things are going to help you have more fun. And my hit list is going to be in the video description as well as my profile. So feel free to talk with me over there. I hope you have a great day and a great art fight. Bye-bye.